when she fetched water. She argued with the wind if it blew her wrapper the wrong way. She had no friends, only victims. Her mother, Mama Segun, spent her days apologizing to neighbors, crying, "I don't know where she found this spirit. Please forgive her." So, when the town crier beat the gong 3 days later, announcing that the great King Adeyemi, the tiger of Yosola, was finally ready to choose a wife, the entire village rejoiced. They knew the king would choose a woman of virtue, peace, and grace. They looked at Folake, they looked at Bisi, the teacher, they looked at Simi, the priest's daughter. Nobody looked at Adoni. In fact, her father prayed she would have malaria on the selection day so she wouldn't go out and disgrace the family. King Adeyemi was a man of few words but immense power. He was young, strong, and wealthy, but for the past year, a shadow had hung over the palace. His wife died 2 years ago. King Adeyemi was thinning. His eyes, once bright, were often clouded. The royal physician said it was stress. The villagers said it was the weight of the crown. The council of chiefs, led by the high chief Balogo and the crafty chief Otun, urged the king to marry. Kabiesi, Chief Otun said, his voice smooth, "You need a wife to cook for you, to soothe your spirit, a woman like Folake. She is soft, malleable, she will bring peace." The king sat on his throne, his fingers tapping the armrest. He looked at his chiefs. He looked at his guards. He looked at the servants who bowed so low their foreheads touched the dust. "Peace," the king muttered. "Everyone wants me to have peace." On the day of the selection, the palace courtyard was packed. Maidens from 7 villages had gathered, dressed in their finest asoke, beads shining on their necks. They danced, they cooked, they answered questions about tradition and etiquette. Folake was perfect. She knelt beautifully. She spoke of unity and submission. The crowd cheered. Then came Adoni. She had been forced to come by her mother. She wore a simple Ankara dress and she looked bored. "What would you do if the king made you angry?" Chief Balogun asked her, expecting her to say she would kneel and beg for forgiveness. Adoni hissed, "Is the king God? If he makes me angry, I will tell him the truth. If he is being foolish, I will tell him he is foolish.